Failure is an opportunity to learn. Have you ever faced a failure so overwhelming that it made you want to give up? A moment when all your efforts seemed meaningless and your aspirations felt shattered? But did you know that failure is not the end? It is a hidden gift filled with valuable lessons, a beacon guiding us toward growth and true success. Let us delve deep into the essence of failure and why we should view it as an opportunity to learn rather than as a dead end. 1. Failure is the greatest teacher. There's a famous quote by the legendary inventor Thomas Edison. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison, the man who brought light to the world with the invention of the light bulb, never saw his thousands of failed experiments as true failures. Instead, he viewed each one as a step closer to perfection. Imagine if Edison had given up after 100 unsuccessful attempts. What would the world look like today? His failures taught him more about materials, electrical principles, and persistence, which ultimately led to a timeless invention. Failure is not the end of an effort, but a source of invaluable knowledge. It reveals what doesn't work, allowing us to focus on what does. 2. Failure awakens creativity and innovation. Failure often forces us to think differently. When you fail, you are compelled to reassess everything, from your initial plans to your approach to the problem. This is the moment when creativity emerges. Take J.K. Rowling's story. For example, as a struggling single mother, she faced rejection from numerous publishers when trying to release her first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Instead of giving up, she used those failures as an opportunity to refine her manuscript. The result? Her story not only became a global phenomenon, but also inspired millions worldwide. Failure is not a dead end, but a fresh beginning. It helps us tap into hidden creativity and encourages us to find breakthrough approaches. 3. Failure teaches humility and growth. One of the most profound lessons failure imparts is humility. It reminds us that no matter how skilled we are still human with limitations. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, I was entrusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Jordan didn't view failure as a disgrace, but as a reminder to keep practicing and striving. His failures were the stepping stones to becoming a legend, not just on the court, but in the hearts of millions. Failure teaches us that no one is perfect. It helps us accept our imperfections and grow from them. 4. Failure is an opportunity for self-reflection. When you fail, it's an opportunity to pause and ask yourself, why did I fail? What could I have done better? This is the first step to understanding yourself and your journey more deeply. Consider Oprah Winfrey's example. Before becoming one of the most influential women in the world, Oprah was fired from her job as a TV host for being unfit for television. But instead of quitting, she used that time to reassess her goals and strengths. Eventually, she found her true path, building a talk show that resonated with authenticity and emotional connection, which became the hallmark of her success. Failure isn't a real failure if you use it to understand yourself better. It's a chance to reassess your abilities, passions, and direction. 5. Failure builds resilience. Failure can knock you down, but how you rise defines who you are. The most resilient people in the world have endured the most painful failures. Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, never let failure or injustice extinguish his fight for freedom and equality. He once said, "I never lose. I either win or learn." Mandela turned his years of imprisonment into a time for learning, refining his mindset, and strategizing. Upon his release, he became a global symbol of peace and human rights. Failure builds inner strength. It is a challenge that makes you more resilient, not just to face difficulties, but to overcome them. 6. How to learn from failure. Accept failure. Don't deny it or blame circumstances. Take responsibility and view it as the first step to improvement. Analyze the causes. Take time to understand why you failed. What was within your control? And what was beyond it? Learn from others. Look at stories of success born from failure. What did they do to overcome challenges? Apply the lessons. Make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes. Use what you've learned to do better the next time. Conclusion: failure is a privilege. Failure is not a full stop, it's a semicolon, a moment to pause, reflect, and advance further. How you respond to failure determines whether you'll stay down or rise stronger. Always remember, no one succeeds without first failing. The scars of failure are proof of your efforts and perseverance. If this article has inspired you, share it with those you care about. Don't forget to hit subscribe to continue exploring life's valuable lessons with us. See you in the next video, where dreams are never limited by the fear of failure.